What's up, everybody? It's Rachel D-Guts, and I'm here with my fiance, Matt. And in this video, we are going to take you along our journey as we drive from Philly to a small mountain town in Colorado. I'll share all my travel and road trip hacks and whatever else I learned from this journey. I am also attempting to listen to Taylor Swift's entire discography on the drive, so we'll see if it happens or not. We are traveling out to Colorado for 2 months just to enjoy the snowy mountains and snowboard and experience living somewhere else. We've done a bunch of shorter snowboarding trips before, but every time we finally settle in, it's like already time to leave. Matt works fully remote, so I just suggested that we come out here and do an extended trip like this while we can. A little travel hack that we have is whenever we travel, we bring our own pillows with us. So it feels a little bit more like home and it helps us sleep at night. We packed up the bed of the truck last night and now we're just putting in our last minute things. We have officially started our 30-hour drive to Colorado. We are going to be driving for a couple days. We are driving from Philly to Louisville, and then we're gonna spend a whole day in Louisville, and Matt's sister is gonna show us around where she goes to school. Sorry, Louisville. And then from there, we're gonna drive out to Kansas City, I think. And then the next day, we're gonna do all the way to Eastern Colorado. So our last day isn't as long in case we need any extra time getting through the mountains or anything. And I also didn't want to show up at night. We'll be sharing any tips and tricks that we have to make this super long drive more enjoyable, to keep our bodies and minds sane. For example, we made sure to stock up on water to stay hydrated for the trip. We're taking Matt's new truck. It's a Chevy Silverado and has a lot of room. So we have some stuff in the cab and then other stuff in the truck bed that we don't need easily accessible. Okay, so we're out of the Philly metro area. We are on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. We're on this road for 200 miles. Something that I'm trying to do is just to move around a bunch so I don't get as stiff and achy in weird places. Matt likes to sit with a lacrosse ball in his back.
Or up my ass.
Okay, Matt's listening to a podcast and I am kind of attempting to listen to Taylor Swift's entire discography. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't get through it, but we'll see. It's okay to want to listen to different things. We do have a book that we might listen to. It's like a Star Wars book. But Matt wanted to listen to this podcast and I got kind of bored of listening to it, so I popped in some headphones. So we're driving through the Appalachian Mountains now. I thought it was cool how we're driving from the East Coast mountain range, where we snowboard sometimes, to the West Coast mountain range, to the Rockies. We're going through the mountain. This always scares me a tiny bit, because I'm like, what if the whole thing just falls? And then we'll be in a movie scene trying to get through the door before it closes type thing. I see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We're going into another tunnel.
Oh my God, another tunnel!
Double tunnel.
We just finished the big Pennsylvania Turnpike portion, and now we're on I-70 heading towards Columbus, Ohio.
West Virginia, Mount Mama.
Our first food stop of the day, we're getting nuggies, fries, and chocolate milkshakes.
I think after this bridge we'll be in Ohio.
We're crossing over the Ohio River.
Now we're in Ohio. Now we're going.
Almost halfway through our drive today. Almost at 5 hours. We do this little thing where we say we're in the fives. Right now we're in the fives. So when there's 5 something hours left, we're in the fives. And when there's 30 minutes left, we're in the zeros. Because it's the amount of hours to help pass the time and count it down and make it exciting. So it looks like the land is starting to get much flatter. So we're almost into the twos of our first day driving. We're in Columbus, Ohio right now. We're in the twos! And we hit some traffic. gas break. I'm making Matt stretch. This is our second time filling up today. So I've already spent $100 on gas. Woohoo! We're approaching Cincinnati and then we're on our home stretch to Louisville.
It's the TJ Maxist. It's the biggest the maximum TJ Maximum.
We're in Cincinnati. All right, 18 minutes. How are you feeling after having driven all day? Well, I am your beautiful passenger princess.
It wasn't that bad. There was like no traffic, like the whole way.
Being from the East Coast, we're used to a lot of traffic every time we want to do a big road trip.
Oh
my God, is everyone gonna have Southern accents? Are they gonna think I have a Jersey accent? Do I have a Jersey accent? Tell me in the comments if you think I have a Jersey accent. One time I was yelling at my students when I was a teacher and I was like, stop talking! And it came out really bad. In the zeros.
Extreme zeros.
And on the third Taylor album, someone might come at me for this, but I wanted to listen to the original albums to hear her voice progression. All right, people, we made it through 10 hours today. We're gonna spend a whole day here and then continue on west. Good night. Yesterday in Louisville, Caitlin took us to the rock climbing gym she goes to, and then she showed us around campus, the different buildings that she has classes in and stuff. And then we went to a really good steak restaurant for dinner called Les Moo, and they even gave us a free dessert to celebrate our engagement. Matt just proposed to me a few weeks ago on Christmas. Heading to put everything in the car for our next day of driving. Matt never took that sticker off of his bag. Too young to be messed with, the girl in the dress. All right, people, so I have relinquished my role as passenger princess. I could have gone. I was busy yapping at you guys.
Yeah, you're pretty fluent in Japanese.
Oh my God.
I knew you were gonna fucking do that.
I'm sorry.
Use your mirrors, bro. You guys just love hitting curbs, don't you?
Wait, make sure it's not too close to my face.
If I was watching a documentary on Rachel driving a truck, this is what it would look like.
Wait, this seat's way too hot. The steering wheel is heated too. This is crazy. All right, so it is day 2 of driving. We are leaving Louisville, and we are off to Kansas City, Missouri. So we're basically driving through all of Missouri today, and then the next day we'll drive through all of Kansas. Yeah.
We're gonna be driving for another fucking 10 hours. I don't love driving, but I will say it was relatively painless because there was like no traffic, knock on wood, on the way to Louisville. So we'll see how it ends up going on the way to Kansas City, Missouri. I don't anticipate there being traffic in Missouri, but who knows?
Many hours later.
Physical therapist, you have to talk to your administrative person, make sure all your pays.
I've never been to Missouri. I've never been to Kansas either.
Me neither.
We got 2 new states. Before we left this morning, I made sure to do some yoga to get in some movement before sitting all day again.
Look at that. Look at that.
We're in Western Kentucky. While Matt is filling up the gas, I'm going to give you a little haul of what we bought at the gas station. I got a barbell. And I also got Pringles. I'm going to make sure to eat the barbell first because like one of my coworkers taught me this hack to make sure you eat enough protein before you have like a fun snack to like eat the protein thing first. But I was thinking ahead. I'm like, oh, what will I want to eat after I eat something sweet and intense is something like lighter and salty. Matt also got a protein bar. He got the Quest cookies and cream bar, and he got the Quest protein chips, and then he also got car gum. My eyes look kind of crazy in this light. Got a long list of ex-lovers. They'll tell you I'm insane. We made it through red, and we're on to 1989. So I found a really comfy way to sit. I am sitting like half pretzel style with my left leg bent and my right leg down. And in order to do this, I had to move the seat all the way up and down to get my foot close to the pedal so I could hit it if I need to, but I have it on cruise control. It's set to 72. And I also have to make sure I go in cruise control because the girl got a heavy foot. A month ago, I got pulled over twice and within 2 weeks for speeding. So I just gotta make sure I don't go too fast. The speed limit is 70. I ate the protein bar and now I'm on to the Pringles. But you know what I really want? Fruit. I want like blueberries or strawberries. So maybe tonight or tomorrow morning before we set off, I was thinking we could hit up a grocery store and get some fruit so it's not just like we're eating like processed cardboard the whole ride.
We are in Western Kentucky. It's very cold. It's like 20 degrees. These trees are all, it looks so cool. It's hard to see on the camera, but these trees are all frozen and the sun is like shimmering off of them. It looks crazy. Trees look like glass.
I got a little tired of listening to the Taylor Swift. We're about halfway through 1989, but now we're listening to the Star Wars book. Okay, so something I'm doing as I'm driving is changing my position. So now I'm no longer sitting cross-legged, but I'm sitting with my left foot in the cup holder thingies in the door. It's really convenient having the automatic seat adjuster because it makes it easy to maneuver around.
Okay. So I have a lacrosse ball in my shoulder and I'm like laying all the way down so I can get maximum pressure. And I'm just like, this just looks so cool. Look at these trees. They're all covered in icicles.
I want to like whack them.
All right.
And now Matt is using the Theragun. Putting a lacrosse ball in my lower back actually helped me. I was starting to feel really stiff. We are in super western Kentucky. We're gonna go over the Mississippi River soon. I am getting quite tired of driving. I missed my role as passenger princess.
I bet you do.
I'm also getting hungry. I want lunchy poo. Oh, something that was kind of cool is we passed from the Eastern time zone to the Central time zone. So it's like we get an extra hour of driving in our day. A Mississippi River.
The
The Mississippi River always reminds me of Tom Sawyer.
Mississippi. This is a big river. Now we're stopping.
Bro,
Stopping on the bridge.
What is happening? Oh, it's red. I don't like being stopped in the middle of the bridge. Oh God, what if the whole thing falls?
Can you fucking chill? Don't say stuff like that.
I get nervous.
Do you want them to happen?
No.
Then why do you say them? Why you gotta speak them out loud into existence like that? You want it to happen?
We just went over the Mississippi River. We're in Missouri, and I wanted to get up and stretch my legs a little bit after driving all morning. I think I drove like 4 or 5 hours. Guys, what is this bathroom I'm in? I like walked in. I can lock this door, but now there's 2 toilets. Which one should I use? Toilet 1 or toilet 2?
Buckle up, Buttercup. We're in the fives.
Got some
Why am I so low?
strawberry trolley. Okay, so now I'm gonna book the hotel for tonight. At first we thought about like booking all the hotels that we planned out, but I wanted to leave us a little flexibility in case we decided to like drive less one day or drive more one day. But we really liked the Homewood Suites we were at in Louisville, so Matt found another Homewood Suites in Kansas City that had good reviews. I'm using my Chase Sapphire Preferred credit card points to book all the hotels, so we don't have to like spend extra money paying for them because I've just had a bunch of points. I'm not sponsored by Chase, but I can leave my referral code link in the description below, and I think you get some benefit and I get some benefit from it.
What? We're in Minor, Missouri. This is Minor, Missouri. I don't know if anyone's ever been in Minor, Missouri, but this is it. Check it out. 375 miles until we get to Kansas City. This is 100% a different America than where I am from.
I'm trying to throw out things every time we stop so we don't have a lot of trash piling up in the car. So we just got some lunch or early dinner, late lunch from Panera. Matt got a tuna sandwich and I got a half a tuna sandwich. We also got smoothies. I got strawberry banana. Matt's is just strawberry and fruit cups. Matt, what are you looking for? I can't tell if I like pickles or not. Do you guys like pickles? Matt always eats my pickles.
I like pickles.
We're now driving through St. Louis, and then we are headed to Kansas City, where we'll be sleeping tonight. It's on the border of Kansas. Tomorrow we'll drive across Kansas and make it to Colorado. Woo! Woo! We're in the threes.
Oh, shit.
Meaning we got 3-something hours left.
4 hours.
Basically 4 hours. And look at this. I'm editing the video you're watching right now.
We hit a little bit of traffic, but it was definitely not as bad as the traffic that I'm used to.
So we stopped for bathroom and gas, and I got a chocolate milk with protein in it and free donuts. They were giving away free donuts. So I got a chocolate donut and Matt got, I don't know, some other kind of donut. I gotta put my seatbelt on. Every time someone new walked in, the woman was like, free donuts. Free donuts.
She was sitting behind the counter when I walked in, and I didn't see her. And I just opened the door, and the first thing I hear is free donuts. And I was like, what? And I was like looking around, and I was just like, I didn't know where it came from. I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Free donuts.
And then she said it again, and I saw her behind the counter, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
It's kind of stale. It's a free donut.
There's cream inside.
I like the cream. I just don't like vanilla donut flavor. Like, I only like chocolate donuts. Is anyone else like that, or is it just me?
Leave your thoughts in the comments.
Alrighty, we are approaching Kansas City. And I think we just finished 1989 and started to loop. How you doing, Mr. Driver?
I'm driving.
So I guess this is where the Chiefs play. So Kansas City is separated by the Missouri River. The eastern side of the Missouri River is Missouri, and the western side is Kansas. All right, we made it to our hotel room in Kansas City. We got some food to eat. It looks just like our other hotel room, which is kind of cool. Good morning. I'm packing up my bag. We're getting ready to drive across Kansas today, and I'm going to share with you 2 more travel hacks. The first is that I packed a separate, smaller duffel bag for everything I need for the drive out here. So every night I wouldn't have to lug in and dig through my giant suitcase with everything I need in it for the next 2 months. And the second hack I have is that I roll up all my clothes, and it actually saves a ton of room in my bag.
Abs.
So you might be wondering why I'm eating my breakfast in the hotel room. It's because Matt and I wanted to work out this morning and still have breakfast afterwards. So we got the breakfast and then went and worked out. And we just did a super light workout in the hotel room gym. It's like a warm-up that we usually do before more intense workouts, but we doubled the length of the warm-up. So it was just like really light movement.
Yeah, it was really good for like loosening us up. I was really stiff in my low back and hips from driving all this time, and like my hamstrings were super tight. But now I feel nice and limber. I got a nice sweat, so I'm like feeling good.
My abs. Look how shredded I am. So much more shredded than you.
My abs are better than yours. Action.
Welcome to another day of driving across the United States. It snowed a little bit last night, so we had to clear off the car. Before we hit the road this morning, we went to the Walmart next to the hotel to stock up on some snacks. I wanted something healthier, so I got blueberries, and we got protein bars, and Matt got an Olipop. And now we are just heading west all across Kansas today, and we'll spend the night in eastern Colorado. We have made it to Reputation of my Eras Drive tour.
We're just going. It's looking like we're in Kansas.
We're in the Great Plains. Look at how my ring shimmers in the light. like you. Alright, we are in Topeka, Kansas. We are almost into the fours. We've driven for about an hour today. We have 5:02 left. This is pretty flat looking. Is it gonna just look like this from now on? We're on to Lover. And I cry like a baby coming home from the bar. Come on, Matt, your turn. What? Damn, it just like goes on forever. How was your nappy poo? The windmills.
We're about to enter the twos. There it is. The twos.
We keep seeing all these cars just off to the side. We're like halfway across Kansas. I must admit, this is pretty freaking boring. Now we're getting, I guess, like the western part of the state, there's more windmills. That's about it.
Welcome to McDonald's. What can I get for you?
We drove 300 miles through Kansas. How much is the gas here?
$2.74.
I could not imagine living here. It's literally nothing. You want to move to Kansas?
No, good.
I do have to say my body feels not as stiff getting up today as other days after our workout this morning.
Yeah, I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday.
There's houses in the distance. This is the first time seeing houses in Kansas, I feel like. Hey, it's green. Now this is what I pictured Kansas looking like. Oh my god! Yay!
We're not in Kansas anymore.
We're in Colorado! Woo! There's a sign for Denver. 174 miles. So we made it to the hotel in eastern Colorado. We conquered Kansas today.
Concord, Kansas.
The first half of Kansas was a lot of snowy rolling hills, and then about halfway through it really flattened out and became more farms and windmills and cows, and it smelled like manure. You smell that?
Manure. Manure.
Something else I would recommend is to have a hat and sunglasses handy, because we were driving literally like straight into the sunset and it was blinding my eyes. Tomorrow we are just driving through Colorado. We're heading through Denver and then to our destination in Granby, Colorado. Matt is a sleepy butt.
I'm tired. My eyes hurt.
All right, let's go to sleep. Good night. All right, we're leaving eastern Colorado, our last night in a hotel. So we're driving west towards Denver. It is quite windy. We're gonna stop in Aurora at a Walmart to buy chains for the tires since we have all season tires. So we got 2 hours till then. When we were planning out our drive, we were between doing 4 days of driving versus 3 days of driving. And I feel like I'm glad we went with the 4 days of driving because it made the whole experience like feel a lot chiller. Like we weren't rushing out of the hotels. Like we had time to do the workout. We had time to eat breakfast. This morning we were researching our different tire options. But maybe on the way back we'll do it in 3 days. I'm halfway through Folklore and we have about 4 hours of driving left. So to be honest, I'm not sure I'll make it, especially with the super long anthology. Is that how you say it? Anthology.
Yeah.
If you're getting a new car and you're planning a big trip out west, it's really nice having the lane assist feature. It doesn't steer for you. It just adjusts to make sure that you stay in the lane, which is really nice in this wind. We made it to Evermore. 1 hour till Denver.
Off yonder in the distance, we see our first mountains. Damn, you have 9x zoom on this shit? That's wild. I'm gonna show you in 9x.
No. Can you go to 1x?
Look at you. You're so cute in 9x.
Is that a hitchhiker?
He's walking, dude. He's going.
Walking this whole thing.
I don't know how far he's going, but he's going for it.
We had to stop for gas before getting to the Denver area, and I got Quest peanut butter cups and Cheez-Its. I think this was our last big fill up before we're in the mountains, right?
Should be.
How much do you think we spent on gas so far?
I don't know. Like, we would fill up twice per day for $50 a tank, so probably like $100 a day.
Okay, so basically we spent about $300 on gas so far.
A young man prone.
All right, we got all the tools now in case we ever get stuck in the snow. Now we are heading out to Idaho Springs, which is a first like little mountain town, and we're gonna get lunch there. This is
probably
sick.
one of the most perfect.
It looks like downtown Denver is that way, those big buildings.
But George's company most.
Here we go, we're heading into the mountains. I can feel the elevation occurring already. I feel like driving across the country, the excitement like builds up way more gradual than if we were to just fly here. Driving across it just makes it seem like way bigger, and it makes us feel so much farther away from home.
America's really big, a lot of open space.
It was also just really cool to experience the diversity of American landscape, going from like the woods of Pennsylvania to the plains to the mountains. I feel like I'm singing that song. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans. What's the next lyric?
I think you got it all.
Lined with gold, white with foam. God bless America. Finish it out.
My home, sweet home.
Remember when we were going through the tunnels on the East Coast? And I said they were going from those mountains to these mountains?
Now we're at these mountains.
Damn, look at the gas price here compared to Kansas. So we had our lunch in Idaho Springs, and now we're heading up to Granby. We have about an hour more of driving to go. I do have some bad news for the Taylor fans following along. I'm listening to Midnights on my headphones right now, so we're not going to make it all the way through. It was still really nice to hear her voice progression and how her songs evolved over time. Highly recommend it if you ever have a really long drive to do. So we're heading up the pass from I-70 to Winter Park, Granby area. It's getting kind of snowy on the roads, but it's not too bad.
The traction feels just fine right now. Feels good.
They are plowing. We've made it up and over a mountain that the highway took us through.
Someone on the opposite side of the road almost drifted straight into us.
We're at Winter Park now. This is where we're going to be snowboarding for the next 2 months. We have about 30 more minutes until we reach our Airbnb in Granby. This is the town of Winter Park. Oh, it looks so pretty. Yay, less than 20 minutes of our 30-hour drive. Woo! Woo! Now we're in Fraser. Damn, I can't believe we're going to be here for the next 2 months. We booked the Airbnb like 7 months ago. It took me a while to find something that was renting long-term in the winter months, and it wasn't crazy expensive. It looked like anything near Frisco, the first location I wanted, wasn't gonna work out. So then I started looking around Winter Park, and I started in Winter Park and I slowly went to each town over, and we're about 3 towns from Winter Park. So we'll be there in 10 minutes. Unfortunately, I did not make it through Taylor's entire discography, but we made it all the way halfway through Midnights, and Matt loved listening to a lot of it too when I wasn't using my earbuds. Do you have a favorite album?
The one with what's it called? The pink and blue one.
Lover?
Yeah, that one.
I want our first dance when we get married to be to Lover. Whoa. 5 minutes. That looks pretty. To your left.
Yeah, it does.
You look pretty too. Oh my god! There it is! That's where we're staying!
It's Granby.
Yay! We made it, we made it, we made it. We have arrived at our Airbnb in Colorado and completed our 30-hour journey driving from Philly all the way to the mountains of Colorado. I feel like I would recommend everybody try driving across the United States once. It like really made me realize how big the United States is and how varied the terrain is.
It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I was honestly dreading the idea of driving this much because I've driven to Colorado once before and I hated it. But for some reason, it was a lot better this time. And it was nice hanging out with her. We weren't like rushed or like trying to get anywhere. It's like within a certain time frame.
Yeah, I think knowing that we were going to be here for a while and that we weren't going to have to do the drive again for a long time made it good.
I think the best thing was definitely working out.
A light workout.
A light, like, I don't know, I like getting a sweat and then having a nice shower and just being like, having gotten like a decent amount of movement in before you know you're about to sit in a car for like 10 hours is nice.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe for more. If you have any more tips about driving across the United States or any other questions, share them in the comments. Follow along for all my Colorado snowboarding adventures. Bye! Free donuts. Free donuts. Free donuts.
Manure. Manure.